Welcome to Newsmakers. I'm Steve Kaufman, editor of the Jackson Sun. Today we begin a series of programs designed to let you get to know the candidates for the 8th Congressional District. Today we're joined by an independent candidate, Don Janes. Next week we'll hear from another independent candidate, Mark Rawls. The following week we'll hear from the Democratic candidate, Roy Herron. The Republican candidate, Stephen Fincher, has declined to participate. Welcome, Mr. Janes. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you, Steve. Thank you for having me.
Before we get into the politics, let's talk a little bit about your background. Tell us about your family, your work history.
Great. I'm married, former Navy veteran. I'm a Navy veteran. My wife's actually an active duty member of the Navy. She's a Master Chief in the Navy, stationed down in Millington. I have 3 children. I have a daughter, Rachel, who's attending college in ETSU, and then I have 2 boys, David and Daniel, both attending public school in Brighton. Now, professionally, I'm a consultant. I've been an IT consultant for several years. Right now, I'm finishing up a project for Hilton Hotels. Before that, I was working for ACH Foods in Cordova, and prior to that, I was working for the Department of Energy in Washington, the Department of Justice. I served as a consultant, and also the NSA in Fort Meade, Maryland. But so I've been a consultant for quite a few years, working as a private sector consultant, but I've actually worked for the government as well. Now, as far as the family concerned, I run a basketball league in Brighton. I've been active in the community, and then active in local charities like St. Jude, and I think that the other one would be the Arthritis Foundation. I've run 5Ks and now also helped organize events for them too.
Let's talk about how you came to be a candidate. At one point you were seeking the Republican nomination. You're now an independent. Tell us how that came about.
Well, let me answer the first part as far as what made me decide to run. I think that I've been on the sidelines for quite a while, like a lot of Americans, and been watching the issues transpire. And I think that, like most Americans, I've been frustrated with the lack of resolution of some of the problems that we face today. It's like our dependency on foreign oil, Social Security, Medicare. A lot of these problems have gone unresolved for years, and it seems like politicians just continue to kick the can down the road for somebody else to solve. So that really got me frustrated. I decided to run. Like you said, I started running as a Republican candidate. I was concerned about running as a Republican at first, just because I think that they've caused a lot of the issues that we face today too. And I think that they've lost their way. They don't have or stand for the conservative issues that I think that I, as a Republican-leaning person who votes typically Republican, but I do feel like I'm an independently minded person. So I thought that I could possibly change the party from within. And I've come to find out that that's just not the case. That I don't feel that they really want to change, or they feel that they need to change. I think they're going to approach this the way that they've always done it, and again, making money the primary factor, not the issues. So it was due to that frustration within the party that I decided to run as an independent, and I'm happy that I did.
But that's not an easy thing to do. There certainly aren't very many independents at this level of politics that are successful. People would say you probably have a pretty slim chance. What motivates you to keep going under those circumstances? Well,
I think that in my conversations with people around the district, I talk about voting for the lesser of the 2 evils, or being tired of voting for the lesser of the 2 evils. And as soon as I bring that up, I mean, like you, I see a lot of the heads start nodding, and there's a lot of frustration with that. I think now is the time for an independent to win. I think that we've seen that both parties have gone astray. Both parties have gotten us in this trouble that we're in today. And I use the quote, I quote Albert Einstein, where he defined insanity as doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. I'm tired of this insanity. I'm tired of this merry-go-round. I want to get off. I want to start fixing problems. And as you know, that both parties are very polarized now, and I think that they've lost their focus on doing what's right for America, and that's what we need to get back to.
You mentioned